It's almost a year since Mick Doohan broke his leg at Assen, the start of a heartbreaking road to recovery, which has just gone on and on. With the championship still in reach, he made a brave effort to claim it, appearing in Brazil as a shadow of himself and just missing the few points he needed to take the #1 plate home to Australia. A long winter of recovery left him looking better but lacking track time and still lacking movement in his ankle. Then another broken bone just added to his burden, but the quiet man of the Rothmans Honda team set about collecting points without complaint. 1993 still not his year. Mick Doohan's story is still one of slow progress as he recovers from last year's leg injury sustained in qualifying at Assen. The Australian arrived in Japan with an extra lever on the left side of the handlebars. Located just above the clutch, the lever works the back brake.
Above the clutch lever, and it's a little bit confusing, but hopefully here it's better than not having one at all. So hopefully I can get to a little bit more on top of it than I have been so far. But through the S's I'm able to use it, but in other parts of the circuit I can't. So it's just a matter of, as I say, trying to come to terms with how to ride with it and with the clutch and try and hang on to the bike. But we're also in Jerez going to try something a little bit different again, which might work a little bit easier maybe.
The big surprise in 500 qualifying, apart from the incredible speed of Ito's reputedly fuel-injected Honda, was that Mick Doohan seemed to be back on the pace after only 2 races of the 1993 season. The Rothmans Honda carried a specially adapted rear brake lever on the left side of the handlebar, and though it looked tricky to operate and wasn't, according to Doohan, 100% useful all around the circuit, it seemed to have done the trick for Doohan's ride. More than that, it seemed to have done something for his confidence as well. Just ahead of him, 5 places better off and looking fairly strong, was teammate Mick Doohan, still struggling to get back into the swing of things, but now running with a revised version of the handlebar-mounted rear brake lever he first used in Japan. This one was smaller and apparently easier to use, though Doohan did say that it had a tendency to snatch.
First few laps, it shouldn't be too bad. If I can get away in the first few laps, then hopefully I'll have a good race, but it's just a matter of getting going in the first couple of laps. I've been kind of rather slow off the mark lately, and I just got to kind of get a little bit more dialed in. So, things aren't going too bad, but as I say, I just got to get fired up a bit more at the start of the race.
Finally, on Salzburg's daunting high-speed circuit, he held the overnight pole and narrowly missed it on Saturday, planting the Rothmans Honda in a fine 2nd place on the Austrian grid.
The track helps me out a bit because of the design of it, but I'm feeling better on the bike as well. I feel a lot more confident having 2 brakes, like a front and a rear brake, and I'm starting to get into a routine of the way I should be riding rather than just trying to do as much as I can at a race. The testing, as I say, in Arama was good because I could just take my time and ride the bike and put together a lot of laps, whereas previously I've been injured at the start of the season. I didn't do any testing before the season, and it just made it kind of difficult to try and get all that back in a couple of hour sessions before the race. So it's good, and I'm looking forward to do some more testing after this weekend.
One-line circuit for the 500s, and there is no way that Schwantz and Cadalora can really get to grips with Michael Doohan around the back of the circuit, and he's got them nailed on top speed as they come down the front straight. You can see the bumps in turn 1, and that is looking very uncomfortable for Doohan and the NSR, very uncomfortable indeed. Now Doohan holding station in second place. In the early laps of the race, the answer seems to be no, because Kosinski has galloped away from the rest of the field. The gap in the order of 5 or 6 seconds, which is forever in a 500 race on a circuit like this.